New video of Blake Lively in hotel lobby goes viral, ruins her $400 million lawsuit. Blake Lively just got caught in a viral hotel video, and this could wreck her $400 million lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. After this newest leaked video, people are calling her a mean girl, comparing her to Amber Heard, and saying this could be the biggest mistake of her career. So what happened? Why is everyone freaking out? Let's break it down. The hotel incident. So, Blake Lively was in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest, promoting her new movie Another Simple Favor. After the event, she and her team went to Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas, a place owned by Chip and Joanna Gaines. Sounds like a normal weekend, right? Well, not exactly. Because at the same hotel, a TikToker named Caitlin Marie Cooper and her mom were staying too. They were just chilling in the lounge when they saw a bunch of hotel staff rushing around. Turns out, they were getting ready for a VIP guest. And surprise, surprise, it was Blake Lively. Now, Caitlin did what most people would do when they see a celebrity. She took out her phone and filmed. Just a short video of Blake entering the lobby, nothing crazy. But apparently, Blake wasn't happy about it. And that's where things get weird. Blake Lively's reaction. Okay, so Blake Lively sees Caitlin recording her. Instead of ignoring it like most celebrities would, she allegedly decides to make a whole scene. According to Caitlin, Blake went to the hotel gift shop, bought a hat, as if that's gonna hide her identity, and tried to disguise herself. But that's just the beginning. The next morning, when Caitlin and her mom were leaving, Blake's security guard was following them. And then, wait for it, Blake herself comes outside and starts filming them. Like, full-on recording them, walking around their car, even noting down their license plate.
Why?
What was she trying to do? Now, people online are saying this is creepy, aggressive, and straight up, ____________. ING. Like, imagine a celeb filming you just because you took a random lobby video. And it gets worse. Online, ________ starts. So, Caitlin posts about the whole situation online, explaining what happened. And then weird accounts start watching her stories. Some of them were linked to Blake's PR team, her lawyer, even the hotel manager. And then, random troll accounts started, ___________ her, calling her names, mocking her vacation with her mom, and even making fun of her wedding date. Like what? Over a hotel video? Who does that? And here's where people really started turning on Blake. Because she's always had this cool girl reputation, right? But suddenly, she's acting paranoid, aggressive, and controlling. And if this is how she reacts to one person filming her in a hotel, imagine what she's like behind the scenes. Now, if you thought the hotel video was the only time Blake Lively stepped out of line, think again. Because it turns out, she and her team might be running an entire behind-the-scenes campaign to silence and control content creators. And once you connect the dots, it's honestly scary how far she might be going. Anyway, let's back up. This whole thing really kicked off when Blake made a wild move. She hired a former CIA officer as her crisis PR manager. Yes, really. She brought on Nick Shapiro, who used to be the deputy chief of staff at the CIA. That's not normal. Shapiro isn't your average Hollywood publicist. This guy has experience covering up serious stuff like crimes and Airbnb rentals. There's a report that he helped pay off a woman with $7 million to stay quiet after a terrifying incident. That's the kind of guy Blake wanted to manage her image? It feels like overkill. Why do you need someone who works in the shadows, unless you've got something to hide? Zack Peter and Popcorn Planet. Blake's smear machine. Zack Peter and Andy from Popcorn Planet even called this out. They said Blake's team is playing dirty, using legal tricks and shady press spin to make her look like the victim, even when she's clearly not. They also pointed out how her legal win wasn't even a real win. She got a limited protective order, but only for her health and security stuff, which Baldoni's team wasn't even after. But the media made it sound like she beat him in court. Total PR spin. Zack also said what everyone's thinking. When you hire someone like Shapiro, who's famous for cover-ups, it makes you look guilty. Like, why do you need a CIA fixer unless your side of the story is falling apart? More creators say they're being harassed by Blake's team. Caitlin Cooper isn't alone. More and more creators have started coming forward, saying Blake's team is actively targeting them. One creator literally said, "I'm being silenced on social media. It's official. Something happened, and now Blake and her team are coming for us." That's not just paranoia. That's real fear. Another creator, Flo, talked about how someone tried to ruin her reputation by editing her Wikipedia page. She says her page got edited over and over by a guy named DF Levitt. Turns out, this guy has direct connections to Ryan Reynolds' team. And guess what? After those edits, articles started popping up online painting Flo as a racist and an unreliable journalist. And somehow, the first article that shows up on her Wikipedia page is a piece defending Blake and calling Flo rude. How convenient. So now, not only are fans being followed and filmed, but creators are also getting their online presence altered to make them look bad. It's all part of the same pattern. Silence, control, destruction. They're not stopping at TikTok. Another creator, Katie from Without a Crystal Ball, said Glamour magazine published a whole article labeling creators as part of a hate machine just because they questioned Blake's behavior. Katie wasn't even mentioned in the article, but some of her friends were, and it was clear who the article was trying to defend. And here's the kicker. Glamour has featured Blake multiple times. They've put her on their cover. They need to protect their access to her and her friends like Taylor Swift. So, of course, they're gonna bash anyone who doesn't support her. Katie said the article basically called any woman who doesn't believe Blake anti-woman. It was written by a former Fox News editor who now works at Glamour, someone who, conveniently, has ties to Ryan Reynolds' business circle. Are we starting to see a pattern yet? What a coincidence. The same week Blake Lively hires a former CIA PR agent, content creators start getting smeared. One fan wrote, "So how this ruins her $400 million lawsuit against Justin Baldoni." Now, here's the part where things really go south for Blake. Because this hotel incident could destroy her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. If you don't know, Blake is suing him over the whole "it ends with us" drama. She's trying to claim that she was mistreated, sabotaged, and manipulated. Basically, she's playing the victim in the Hollywood legal game. But now, this hotel video makes her look like the aggressor. Like the actual ________. And that's a big problem for her case. And not only that, recently, I just got to know that Amber Heard is publicly defending Blake Lively, yes. And now, people are comparing Blake Lively to Amber Heard. And I get it. Because remember how Amber tried to paint herself as a victim, but ended up looking like the actual problem? That's exactly what's happening to Blake right now. And the funny part is how Amber's lawyer came on News Nation to give her 2 cents on Blake's case. Now, Amber Heard had the whole Johnny Depp _______ lawsuit, and people believed her at first. But then the evidence started stacking up against her. And what happened? She lost the case, lost Hollywood support, and now she's basically blacklisted. Now look at Blake. She's in a huge lawsuit. She's trying to make herself look like an innocent one. But then BM. This hotel video drops, and suddenly, people are seeing a whole different side of her. A controlling, vengeful side. And once the internet turns on you, it's over. So, let's be real. This isn't just about a hotel video anymore. This is about Blake Lively's entire career. Because she's spent years building this perfect public image. The funny, cool, not like other girls actress. The one everyone loves. But now, people are seeing cracks in that image. And Hollywood doesn't forgive easily. If her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni falls apart, that's going to be embarrassing. Studios won't want to work with her because they don't want the drama. And this is what we just saw with her recent Amazon Prime flop. So, here's the question. Is Blake Lively ruining her own career? Is this just a misunderstanding? Or is she really a mean girl behind the scenes? Because let's be honest, if any other celeb did this, people would be dragging them. And right now, it looks like the internet is starting to turn on her. Let me know in the comments. Stopping 2022 Met Gala appearance in Versace. Narrator. Blake Lively and Versace have always been a match made in fashion heaven. From her dazzling gold gown at the 2018 Met Gala to the transformative Statue of Liberty-inspired dress in 2022, Blake has consistently delivered iconic moments. So, why would Donatella suddenly refuse to dress her? Let's rewind a bit and understand their history. Blake has been one of the most loyal Versace wearers, often choosing the brand for her high-profile appearances. And Donatella herself has praised Blake's elegance and timeless beauty. So, what went wrong? Scene 2. The alleged snub. What really happened? On screen, social media screenshots of fan speculation, bold red captions with phrases like, "Shocking revelation." Why Donatella? Narrator. The rumor started when sources close to the fashion industry claimed that Blake had personally reached out to Donatella Versace to create a custom look for her latest red carpet appearance. But instead of a warm, "Yes, darling," Donatella, reportedly, declined. Now, we don't know the exact words exchanged, but insiders say Blake was left humiliated and scrambling for an alternative designer at the last minute. So, was this a case of fashion betrayal or just business as usual? Scene 3. Theories behind Donatella's refusal. Narrator. Now, let's break down some theories on why Donatella might have said no to Blake. Theory number 1. Fashion politics and exclusivity rules. High-end designers have unspoken rules about who they dress and when. With limited time and resources, some brands prioritize dressing only a select few A-listers per season. Could it be that Versace had already committed to another A-list celebrity, forcing them to pass on Blake? Theory number 2. A secret feud? Hollywood is no stranger to drama, and let's be real, feuds happen. Could Blake and Donatella have had a behind-the-scenes fallout that led to this shocking decision? Theory number 3. Strategic fashion moves. Sometimes it's all about public relations and brand image. Maybe Versace wanted to align itself with a different type of star this season, someone fresh and unexpected, to keep things interesting. Or could it be that Blake Lively's influence in the fashion world has started to shift, and Versace wanted to focus on younger, newer stars? Let us know what you think in the comments. Scene 4. Blake's response, a silent clapback. Insert clips of Blake Lively attending the event in another designer's dress, looking unbothered and stunning as always. Narrator. So, how did Blake respond? Like a true queen. Instead of making a fuss, she quietly moved on and stunned in another designer's masterpiece. If she was hurt, she didn't show it. And honestly, that's a power move in itself. But fans aren't letting this go so easily. They've taken to social media to express their disappointment and demand answers. One user tweeted, "How could Donatella do this to Blake? This is betrayal." Another wrote, "Maybe Blake is just too classy for all this drama. She'll shine no matter what." Scene 5. Industry reactions. What are the experts saying? Show interviews or expert opinions from fashion analysts, stylists, or industry insiders. Narrator. Fashion experts have mixed opinions on this situation. Some believe that Donatella's decision was purely business-driven, while others think it hints at a shift in red carpet power dynamics. One fashion critic said, "Blake Lively is a red carpet legend, but fashion is always evolving. Maybe Versace is simply focusing on new faces right now." But another insider disagrees, suggesting, "Something feels off. There's definitely more to this story than we're being told." Scene 6. What's next for Blake and Versace? Narrator. So, what does the future hold for Blake Lively and Versace? Will they patch things up and reunite for another jaw-dropping fashion moment? Or is this the beginning of a Hollywood Cold War in the world of high fashion? One thing's for sure, Blake Lively is far from done. With her impeccable style, charm, and grace, she'll continue to slay, with or without Versace. And as for Donatella, well, she's got an entire fashion empire to run, and she knows how to play the game. The real question is, who will Blake wear next? Closing scene. Montage of Blake's best fashion moments, dramatic outro music, and a final shot of Donatella Versace at a runway show. Narrator. Now, we turn it over to you. Do you think Donatella Versace really snubbed Blake, or was this all blown out of proportion? Is this a case of fashion drama or just another day in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest celebrity news.